Good morning, precious people. Here we are together. It's another fresh day. I'm so thankful for your irreplaceable light and the wisdom and experience that only you bring into the world. Today's a gift filled with possibility. So let's open it with kindness and curiosity. And remember, we're all still growing and learning. So let us check in with each other. This cat is so cute. Oh, I love him. You'll have to see him. But real quick, grab your nearest drink. Let's drink and have a drink together. My hair does that thing in the back where it just likes to fall down. All right. Now, you want to take a deep breath with me? Let's scan our bodies real quick. I feel so good. So good. Hopefully you have some joy radiating in your body. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this, woo, like, not excitement. It's hard to explain. I wonder, put in the comments what you feel when you do your scan. Do you feel like nothing? Like, oh, whatever, it's just breathing? Or do you feel something and you're like, oh, yeah, that's good or that's bad? Anyway, I'm probably going to let you look at my kitty while I read my little script I've written. Here we go. I want to talk about sleep today. Yesterday was coffee. Well, is that too close? Got my little guy. He's so cute. I don't know if you can see him, okay? All right. Well, I wanted to talk about sleeping, but let me tell you something beforehand. We live in a world that you can earn badges for burnout, and you treat sleep like a luxury you can afford when you're dead. I've heard people say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. But sleep isn't just a physical timeout. It's an active, brilliant, neurobiological cleanup crew, and it's a profound act of spiritual surrender. So today I want to discover how to transform sleep into this deeply satisfying sanctuary of joy, the joy of sleep. So yesterday we kicked off June by looking at the intentional ritual of our morning coffee, and today I want to do the opposite of that same coin. We're looking at an experience we spend a third of our lives doing, but so many of us do it with anxiety, frustration, or guilt. We're talking about sleep. Do you ever feel guilty for sleeping? It's awful. It's not a good headspace to be in. I've been there where I'm like, I should be doing something, but I want to sleep instead. So let's think about how most people approach bedtime. Honestly, I'm sorry. A thought just caught me off guard because I was in my, what do you call it? I was in my study just a few weeks ago, or I mean last week, and I could see how everyone was going to sleep. You know, how we all drift off people's bedtime ritual, I guess. And it really is pretty common. Most people lay there flipping, scrolling through their phone, and then they just expect to drop instantly into a peaceful sleep state. And when they don't, it's like you lie there tossing and turning, and then sleep isn't full of joy. It's like this exhaustion almost. So to experience the joy of sleep, we have to change our entire relationship with the night. Sleep is not a tax we pay to stay alive. It's designed to be this masterpiece of restoration. Like the feeling of clean sheets, the cool side of your pillow, the physical release of muscle tension, and it's the mental safety knowing that for the next 8 hours, nothing's going to be demanded of you. So joyful sleep begins the moment you decide your bed is a boundary where worries of the world can't cross into it. So science. What does science say about this? A lot. Science says a lot about sleep. So for decades, scientists thought that the sleeping brain was dormant. But we know it's incredibly active. When you sleep, your brain activates a specialized waste clearance system called the glymphatic system, which is different from your lymphatic system, but it sounds the same. Glymphatic system with a G. So think of it as a nightly pressure washer for your mind. Your brain cells are literally shrinking about 60%, allowing the cerebral spinal fluid, being a cute boy, allows your cerebral spinal fluid to rush through the tissue, flush out these metabolic waste products, and I see my squirt bottle here. Look at his sweet boy. Oh, now he hears a food dish emptying. He has an automatic feeder. Are you interested in food? No? Oh, sleepy kitty. You're demonstrating my thing today, aren't you? Okay, so it's flushing out these metabolic waste products, and they're these toxic proteins that are linked to cognitive decline and mood disorders. When you wake up feeling crisp and clear, almost reborn in the morning, it's because you're literally feeling this cleanliness in your brain. It's just been cleaned out of these chemicals. And also, sleep is the only time your brain can completely shut off the release of noradrenaline. It's a primary chemical associated with stress and anxiety. So while you're in REM sleep, your brain is processing the emotional, difficult memories of the day in a state that's completely free of stress chemicals. It's almost like a built-in therapy session every night. Sleep literally takes the emotional sting out of yesterday so you can start your next new morning with joy. When you're cheating your sleep, it's not like you're just tired. You're emotionally unprotected for the next day. So here's some actionable things you can do. How do we cultivate this sleep that's deep and joyful and restful? We have to understand the psychology of cognitive decompression. Your brain can't just transition from high beta wave states, which is this active problem solving, planning, and worrying, into the slow wave delta state. It needs kind of like a buffer zone. Like when your computer buffers, it just needs that little bit of time to process something before it goes into that deep state, the delta wave state. So psychologists recommend establishing an evening digital boundary. And I know we've all heard this so many times. And I've heard varying degrees of minutes before you go to sleep. I've heard up to an hour before you go to sleep. Take that blue light out of your environment. Because the blue light that's emitted by screens, it suppresses melatonin production. It's this hormone. Everyone knows about melatonin, right? It signals that your body is ready for rest, that it's nighttime. Your body naturally produces this. And even more damaging than that blue light is this cognitive friction. Every notification, text, and video is this microdose of adrenaline, and it's telling your brain you need to stay vigilant, you need to stay on alert, which is really not conducive to a good night of sleep. So to experience the joy of sleep, you're going to replace that cognitive friction with soothing sensory experiences. If you can, and we do this at my house, we do not have any overhead lights on. We have only side lamps on. like these warm, you can get light bulbs that have actually warm light that they're emitting. So lower the ambient lighting in your home to mimic the setting of the sun. You allow the temperature in your bedroom to drop. For whatever reason, our bedroom's pretty cool. Thankfully, my home just does this naturally. It's cooler than the rest of my house. But I think maybe because I don't have any windows or things open in my bedroom, typically, so that lowers it. The rest of the house, I keep the doors cracked for the cats and stuff. So, yeah, cool a temperature in your bedroom, and they say about 2 degrees Fahrenheit is the decrease you need to really get that high quality sleep. So by intentionally curating the environment in your bedroom, you signal to your evolutionary biology that this is your cave and it's safe, the perimeter is secure, and that it's like safe to let everything go. You can just rest. I also, in my bedroom, I like to keep distractions to a minimum, so I don't have any like wall art or real flashy things in my bedroom. I have very minimal sensory, like visual things going on in my bedroom, thankfully. So it's nice and easy to, oop, hey buddy, don't step on the computer. No, no, no. Why does he always go over my computer? Okay, he's gone. Well, he's not gone. He's on the windowsill. He likes to sleep on the floor by my feet too. He's really a sweet boy. I think that's what he's gonna do. Anywho, yeah, so there's some real actionable tips for your bedroom and, digital detox before you go to sleep every night. That's very important. What does the Bible say? Oh, the Bible says so much about rest. It is important. Within the first chapter of the Bible, it says the Lord rested after his creation of the universe. So it's a physical necessity, and letting go mirrors the spiritual design of rest. Sleep is the ultimate daily practice of humility and surrender. So it's kind of mimicking like, I am done. When you close your eyes, you can acknowledge this beautiful truth that you're not the one running the universe. Guess what? You get to go to sleep at night. Isn't that awesome? You're not running this whole universe. Psalm 127:2, it directly addresses kind of a cultural anxiety. It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives to his beloved sleep. He gives to his beloved sleep. He loves us so much, he can give us rest. It's not a tax that we pay to continue toiling throughout the day. This is an actual gift given to those who trust in the Lord. They can give their day to him and then rest. So when we refuse to rest, or when we lie awake worrying, we're subtly operating under this illusion that everything depends on our effort. I have dealt with insomnia for so long, and finally I found some rest. I'll give you this little tip. I would think words to myself. You know how some people count sheep, or some people like I'm counting backwards from 100, or I'm naming fruits, or tricks to try to get your brain to relax and go to sleep. I started thinking of words like love, joy, peace, contentment. And as I would think the word, I would feel, and I would feel the next word, and it put me in such a deep sleep, and I woke up without nightmares or without bad dreams. I actually put myself to sleep using these words that fruits of the spirit. If you want to go through fruits of the spirit in your mind and make yourself go to sleep thinking and feeling those so deeply, that's a wonderful way to go to sleep. Anyway, I just wanted to add that because that was actually one of my tricks I've done for myself. Going to sleep with a peaceful heart is a quiet, powerful declaration of faith. You are telling the Lord, I've done what I could today. I trust you with the outcome. I'm stepping out of the driver's seat so I can heal. So you can get rid of those chemicals that are building up in your brain from the day. You're healing yourself through sleep. Right. So we are all the architects of our own life. And as an architect of your daily life, the way you close your day out kind of determines the joy with which you'll open the next day. You have the power to turn your bedroom into a sanctuary. Your practical tool and homework is what's called the evening roll call. So tonight, when you step across the threshold of your bedroom, you turn your phone on Do Not Disturb, place it across the room. I have been charging my phone at times over on the floor across the room because I don't even want it near me. And some people are like, don't keep their phone near them for like radio waves and cancer-inducing radiation. So yeah, for a while I was having my phone across the room for that, but it's so nice when you're struggling with sleep and you're like, I can't even have my phone near me, charge it across the room. You climb into bed and pull your covers up, take a deep breath, and pass 3 specific worries over to God. I could name 3 right off the top of my head I'm going to do tonight. Honestly, as soon as I said 3 worries I'm going to hand over to God, I'm like, I know the 3 already. The 3 people in my life that are struggling or need to do something, or I'm worried for their future or whatever. So I can literally say to myself, I'm off the clock. This is handled. I'm going to focus entirely on the physical comfort of my bed, the cool air, and this feeling of safety. I'm going to let my brain wash itself overnight, get rid of those chemicals. All right. So there were some really cool things I was reading. There's research from the University of Rochester. It details how sleep physically cleanses your brain tissue. I mean, you could just Google glymphatic system and see exactly what it does, how it works. Then there is something called Why We Sleep. Dr. Matthew Walker's definitive masterwork on the profound impacts of REM and deep sleep on emotional regulation, memory, and long-term health. Oh, it's important. Getting good sleep is important for your health. So and that's out of Berkeley, is where this doctor's done his research. And then also out of Berkeley, it's the Greater Good Science Center. I mentioned that yesterday. I love their stuff. Like I said, I just go to greatergood.berkeley.edu. So many articles, so much information. You just poke around on there, read about neurobiology, psychology, brain science, all that. It's really just interesting information if you're wanting more, to read more or research a little bit more. I believe they even have a YouTube channel. Look up on YouTube, you can search Greater Good Science Center, see what comes up. I believe they do have their own YouTube channel. You can watch stuff. So that's all I had for today. If anything I said sparked a thought, leave a comment or a like. Tell me what your favorite tips and tricks for getting a good night's sleep are. I would love to try it. Tell you what, like I said, I struggle with insomnia from time to time. So every chance you get to learn and grow, take it. You're going to become more of the wonderful person you are, and the world is better with your light in it. So thanks for sharing time with me today. I will see you again tomorrow, but until then, just remember, you're the Lord's precious ones. Bye.